Over 2,500 COVID cases have been reported in Mumbai today, and that's in the past 24 hours. This is what's even more shocking is that 82% higher than just the previous day. Remember, just a few hours ago, Aaditya Thackeray had held a meeting with the BMC officials and they had discussed the possibility of going over 2,000. They were to chalk out a plan on which way Mumbai will really go. As of now, Mumbai and Maharashtra is under strict curbs. There is a night curfew in place. There are also restrictions on New Year parties that can take place, gatherings that can happen as well. All this is coming at a time when just the amount of cases increasing has been, and how quickly it is increasing, is a matter of concern. Saurabh Gupta joins us for the very latest on this story. Saurabh, this is what the government had been anticipating as well. What more do we know on what happens next?
Well, this is, of course, a number of cases that are going up. Now, one thing to be noted, and this is something that health experts and hospital authorities are noting, is that hospitalizations seem to be few, very few indeed. So, if you're asking for something like, what we saw in the second wave, then that's perhaps not yet to be seen, because hospitalizations still continue to remain few, and that's a good thing, because at least even if the number of cases are going up, this doesn't really burden and overwhelm the healthcare system when people can recover at home. But in Mumbai, there's a different sort of challenge. Given the kind of city it is, home isolation is also very difficult. There are lots of slums. There are people who live in very tiny apartments. There are chawls where, again, multiple people live together. So social distancing becomes very difficult. So even if people are contracting the virus, they need to be isolated and they need these field hospitals that have come up, which is why Mumbai is now reactivating its field hospitals. It's also setting up, the war rooms that it had to tackle the second wave. These are things that worked. So obviously, that's the strategy. Now, 2,500 cases today. Yesterday, it was 1,377. So you can imagine the kind of jump. And the number of tests seem to be hovering around 50,000. So that's where it is.
All right, thanks, Saurabh, for joining us with that update. So how quickly the numbers are actually doubling up is a cause of concern.